night is long and the path is dark. Look to the sky, for one day soon the dawn will come.
Hello there, welcome to the Antlered Crown. My name is Elwyn, and this is a weekly reading from the March the 13th to March the 20th for fire signs. So, Aries Leo Sagittarius, this is for you. Now, you can also find me on Instagram and TikTok, where I go live Mondays and Fridays around 8 or 9 p.m. Central Standard Times. You can also purchase a reading from me. There are many different kinds on the Etsy. The link is in the info. Right, let's begin. Let's have a good shuffle of these cards. I like these for fire signs as well because they're very fiery. They work well. Right, so firstly, let's have a look at some of the challenges that may arise for some of you fire signs in the week ahead. Okay? Now, whew. Okay. Right. Well, these two, like sitting like an old married couple who don't talk to each other anymore. I just thought it was funny, but there is a relevance to why I think this. There has been stagnation. Okay, there has been stagnation when it comes to overseeing the Queen of Wands and the Emperor here, both in positions of knowledge of decision making. Okay, however, both rendered obsolete in many ways due to their circumstances. However, there is change afoot. Okay? A call to action, a call to arms. Not like literally, more figuratively. Don't start rioting. This call to arms is a form of work here. Stuff is happening. There are avenues opening up that you may need to go down when it comes to work, especially. Work on the self as well. This is a form of almost ascension, reaching spiritual goals, reaching spiritual plateaus. You may be being called to rise up to the next one. What is that saying from that? Rise and rise again until lambs become lions. It's that one again. Okay, so here there are bondages that may be holding you in place, and the responsibilities of certain things may be weighing you down a bit here, fire signs. It all seems like a lot ahead. You're not making it easier for yourself, though. Stop worrying about the things you cannot control and start worrying about the things that you can, taking positive action. There is money. Finance here may be coming in to help instigate changes for you, to move past blockages. Okay? Blockages on their way out, especially. Okay, obstacles being removed out of their way. Take these as signs. Signs that there are new things in the forms of transition. There are new things about a journey that to be taken. You are getting further down the road in a good way. Now, let's have a look at some clarity on some of these things. Okay? And particularly these worries, okay, I think can help a lot. And we'll see what says. Power again. And light. Okay, so the sacral chakra. This is where the true force of nature, in a sense, comes from within, the empowerment. And there is power here. Air signs also got this for the week ahead, and this is closely linked with air signs as well, and there may be something to do with air signs around you. There is this empowerment. What comes from this is light, illumination, knowledge, understanding, seeing things clearly, trusting this for what it is, verbatim, taking steps towards it, trusting your gut, in other words, making these steps in the right direction and trusting what you see in plain sight rather than what could be. Stop worrying about what could be, fire signs. You're not living what could be, you're living now. Okay? Now, let's have a look at career. Will these work for you in career? Yes. Okay. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Right, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What's happening in the forms of career, work, financial stability, financial situations, study even? Let's have a look. Okay. Now, there is a conflict. You may have been putting something off, particularly. It is not necessary to put it off any longer. There are things coming your way, offerings when it comes to finance that are going to alleviate that. There is also financial manifestation, and I've got the name, the magician is very much about manifesting and creating. Okay, summoning everything that you have, all the positive thoughts that you have, and using them to actually create your future. Okay, seizing something. Now, this means when it comes to finance, particularly here, you need to own that positivity. Feel it. Choose the happiness. Okay, make a conscious decision, and I say this a lot, but choose happiness, and it is a choice. You don't have to wait for it to happen. Make the choice of happiness, and then happiness will attract more happiness. Okay, stop doubting yourself. Okay, this is not a time to doubt yourself, to doubt what's happening for you right now. Okay, there are things that are happening for you that are for you and you alone, for your path. So progress, okay? A lot of you, I feel, you've been waiting, like the last cards. You've been waiting for something, and this wait, this kind of holding pattern, this pen, it's being torn down. Okay, don't become institutionalized or agoraphobic or agoraphobic by that pen you've been holding for some time now. Okay. Run. Take that opportunity and run. Yeah. Feel that freedom, in a sense, that's allowing you to go onwards. Now, love. Let's have a look. See what's happening for love. Now, love, relationships for fire signs from March the 13th to the 20th, the week ahead. And what's going to happen here? Need more of a shuffle than that. Doesn't feel right. Good enough. You have the Magician again. Okay? Although, let's be honest, I always think that this guy looks very much like Lucius Malfoy. He does, doesn't he? Right. Page of Wands. King of Swords. Okay. So, there's almost two opposing forces here when it comes to love. There is the possibility of anything when it comes to love, as long as you trust in it. There is hope when it comes to love. Now, hope, as I say, can be a dream killer, but there is, because there is a spark. And when there is a spark, there is the possibility for a blazing inferno when it comes to love here. The red banner symbolizing love, the outward expression looking outwards on the horizon. Love is there. The possibility of love is there, a relationship. And now the opposing force, almost the other side of your brain. The King of Swords. You are used to a form of hurt here. You are used to something going wrong. And this thought of something going wrong is stopping you from going forward. These swords are stopping from a fall. And yes, a fall can be there. There are no guarantees. There are never any guarantees in anything, especially love. But it is always a leap of faith. And stopping yourself from even taking the leap is worse than taking the leap and falling. Trust me. Now, what is happening here? What can you expect from this? There is gestures of love. Gestures of love are fantastic. Love languages may not be the same. They may get caught up in translation and mixed up, but there is something here in the forms of love. It is being said to you. It may not be being said in the way that you hope or the way that you read, especially if you keep second guessing yourself. However, love is there in the forms of someone returning, someone coming in, someone trying to make things easier for you when it comes to love. This is someone who cannot perhaps express fully something, is too scared to express fully. Instead, read between the lines. There are subtle hints. Be patient. This person is choosing the right things, okay? This person is choosing the right things. They are making quiet decisions when it comes to what is best, when it comes to love. Trust that they are working on it, okay? They are working on it. Now, I'm going to pull another one for others here, okay? When it comes to love. Now, this, obviously, there is more than one kind of love. Every love is different, but in forms of relationship, what else for some of you fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? What can you expect? It is much sort of the same. There is protection. What you are used to when it comes to love. Being in that state of protection, feeling safe, is fine. There is guidance here within it. The pole star. You know what benefits your truest self. You know what uplifts your truest self. And the Queen of Arrows, the Swan. The Swan is very important when it comes to love. They are one of these creatures that are loyal to a fault. They do not take another mate if they lose it. But this here, the Swan, is a transformation. It is an uplifting spirit. It is a loyal spirit. It is asking for trust because it gives it back. And this is something that is very present for some of you. Okay? Now, I think there was some of the clarifiers on love. I don't think that was anything else there necessarily, but I will look at this firstly because there may be something else in the form of advice for the week ahead. When it comes to emotions, for fire signs, like what's holding them back in some aspects? What's going on here? Those other day, but this is different. This is imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. There is also service. I feel good when I can help others. Remember I was saying this gestures of love. This is the thing. There are many different forms of languages to love, and it is about trying to keep an open perspective. Imagination here, this is when it comes to manifesting. The sky is the limit. Do not stay within that pen. Let your imagination run wild and then believe it. And denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Stop being worried that everything's going to fall apart. It's not going to fall apart unless you make it happen. Just go out there. Seize it. Your time is now. Do it. Your karmic bank account is there, and it's time to make a withdrawal. Thank you for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated with you. I hope you will have a blessed week. Goodbye.